Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back in a new episode of From A to Podcast. Today we're having a special guest who is really a professional English teacher. Please, people, welcome Sir Salah Touahar.
Hello everyone, it's really pleased to see you here, my dear students, audience. Also, that would be a pleasure to share English through media and through Facebook and Instagram platforms.
Thank you so much for this warm welcoming.
Yeah.
So, please, sir, can you introduce yourself more to the viewers?
First of all, I would like to thank the Audiovisual Center for their efforts to invite me and make this event or workshop happen consistently. And I'm Salah Touahar, age 30. I'm B2 TOEFL certified, and I'm working on my TESOL currently, and so I have bachelor degree in English.
That's interesting, actually. Yeah. So let's jump right into our questions for today's episode. So our first question for today's episode say, how much time do learners or do people need to learn nearly the full language?
When it comes nearly to full language, to speak language fluently without any mistakes or errors. According to the CFR, Common European Framework of Reference, where usually students and learners, they need to take from 600 or approximately 650 hours to reach that level. However, they may find mistakes, grammatical mistakes, but still they need to work on their language consistently without any stop for their period.
Oh, without having any pause for like in their process of learning the language.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
But when you want to reach fluency like a native speakers, you need to reach at least the C1 level, which takes you 1000 hours or 900 hours during your learning journey. This need a lot of efforts
and hard work also. Yeah.
Yes, but immersion and regular practice that will make significant better results for the learner.
True, they are always saying practice make it perfect. So since we are talking about levels and learning English, I want to hear your opinion about what level should people acquire or have in order to communicate between each other easily.
As I have mentioned, that B1 is fair enough for the learners who are the non-native speakers to communicate in English, which is to produce such expression and to communicate in a different topics also, and also they are able to express themselves somehow. Yeah, they will be good, but reaching the B2, that would make the discussions and the topics and the conversation more enjoyable,
yeah,
right?
True. Yeah, true, that's right. So moving on to the next question, why do you think that English is having that much interest nowadays in our community or in the Algerian society?
Perfect. That was an interesting question that I have been asked many times. Since the English language becomes the language of the technology and science and literature, sure, our learners and students need to work on their own language, which is to open doors and horizons for the learners, which is not only teaching path that most of us that thinking that when we study English we end up with teaching career.
That's true.
But this is a mistake, which is if you learn English, even let's take an exception, someone who didn't study English, he's fluent and good at English, he will find that the English language open different doors, which is translation and tourism and creating content either, and so many fields they would be able to. But when it comes to other fields, regardless than the English fields, we will find that the English learners or speakers are good. They are very competitive, rather than the others who doesn't speak English very well.
True. For the next question, I think you mentioned it in your answer. So I want to ask you, there are some people today in our community, which is the Algerian community, of course, they are saying the English diploma, it's not enough, or learning English, it's not enough, and you end up like just with teaching career. Is that true?
Personally, I don't believe, and I don't think so. I disagree totally with that, because in my learning journey, I have faced many students are working hard, are studying hard to reach their English proficiency, which is to make them visit different countries and to visit multi-international companies to find different opportunities of jobs. But still, yes, when we generalize the English community, we will find that other fields that opened and many fields that still open inside our country.
True, yeah,
Yes.
that's what we see nowadays. Like a lot of companies, a lot of travel agency needs people who are really professional in speaking English and dealing with things that is related to English language. That's right.
True.
Yeah. So we finished our first section. As usual, it is the Q&A section. Now we're moving to the second section, which is story time section.
Yes.
In this section, I want you to share with me, or to share with us, your experience of seeing people learning and growing their level of English.
Oh, it's a good question, to be honest. If I started speaking about this topic, that would not end for this episode.
Yeah, just make it short.
Okay, yes. During my English learner journey, I have joined to the English club and English classes. It was very beneficial. I have seen that many students are willing to be good as I wanted to, which is to communicate and find their own space to express themselves, to write about anything that you would like, to write about their own ambitions. I would like to, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Boubacar. He was the first seed of learning English in our community and speaking. Then after, I also thank Mr. Zalouma. He was
Thanks.
the main teacher who encouraged us to enhance our community by sharing English stories, sharing English in different sections. That's all.
That's nice. Yeah, I really love the teacher who really makes an effort or put efforts in his like journeying and learning journey and make their students feel ease and feel free to like and feel interested to learn the language.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our ending section for today's video or for today's episode is really different from the other episodes. So we have a really simple challenge, and it is called combining words or compounding words, sorry.
Compounding words.
Yeah. In which I will give you a word and you will say the first word that comes up to your mind right away.
Could you please repeat the question?
I would give you some words and you will say the first word that comes to your mind in order to make like one word and have a meaning.
Okay, for instance, give me an example.
For example, I will say house.
Yes, and
And
I
you-
say,
For example, fly, and we have house fly.
all right, yes. Yeah, you may start.
Okay, so the first word is sun.
Sunshine.
That's good.
Yes, sunshine.
Fire.
Fire engine or fireman.
Good.
Yeah, sure.
Note.
Notebook. Yes.
Face.
Face. Facebook. Yes. Facebook.
Good. So that's it for this challenge. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
So-
Really pleased to see you here. It was really funny and entertaining episode, to be honest. And
Thank you so
all.
much. I want you to say some words to our viewers who's watching this episode.
I would like to focus on my dear students. Make your efforts in your learning journey. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next week. in next episode. Thank you so much.